The harvest, impossible difficulty. Let's go. Taunt or stun, doesn't really matter. Pick whichever you prefer. Alright, let's dig out. Let's get 3 workers down and 1 on the opposite side. The 1 on the opposite side is going to be there to be in your nest group. The other 3 are going to join the 7 that you get for free in gathering outside. Open up the nest entrance. Get a 7 hex up here for refuse and then plant some leaf storage near the entrance. Get outside, grab the leaves to the left here. Make sure your combat's disabled so you don't get into any unnecessary conflict. Now if you encounter jumping spiders, go to the right side. Any harvestmen that are out there, just ignore them. They're irritating, but they're not really a threat. Now we're going to go build up workers as fast as we can. Aim for 19 or 21. The reason being we build up a load of minim workers and we need to get our economy going really quickly. Now flash out your leaf and refuse storage, aim for 7 of each, and then keep pushing workers, and of course, gathering outside. Now, your enemies that you get, you normally include harvestmen, spiders, bejeweled jumping spiders, and velvet worms on day 1. So there's another leaf colony to compete with. They've got a ton of food over here to the right side, and they'll commonly access it. We don't worry about that. We go left mostly, and just below their nest here, to gathering this stuff at the top. Now build out a 3-wide corridor here. This is where we're going to stick our media ants. They're going to be our primary gatherers and the MVP of this mission. Now I normally try and save the right side food here for emergencies and right at the end. We're going to aim left at these big plants here and then at the centre. Now before nightfall, dig a 7 hex here. This is from mages. I suggest getting 1 major by nightfall so you've got a permanent guard. Now keep the food gather off, combat on, and have them hold the centre here. Now nightfall comes, our aim is to grab some, if not all of these leaves just below the enemy colony's nests. It's food for us, denies them at the same time, and it makes them go further afield and slows down their progress, and of course we get food. Now at night we get blessed to meet these horrible bush crickets, so they do this funky little dance, which deals a load of bleeding damage against all the ants nearby for a few seconds. So you should be able to overwhelm them, but they are an irritant, they're there to slow you down. So go up, grab what you can. On this run I end up getting 4 off, so backed away to gather to the left. But there's a silver lining. Whilst they're ganged up like this, they're not actually gathering food, so we're still slowing down their progress whilst we gather elsewhere. Now morning comes and we get to the true villain of the mission, the full-grown leaf mimic praying mantis. Avoid these if possible. Now you can overwhelm them with media ants, losses don't matter, clearing it away does. Now in this run, there was one literally in every spot I could go, so I had no choice here. I just went aggressive. Now grab these leaves to the far left. Aim for the plants with the higher numbers for more efficient gathering. The little leaves are less important. You can kind of use the workers for that if you need to. Now clear out this velvet worm. We're going to make a massive area for even more media ants. And don't forget to level up and scale your leaf storage refuse tiles with a growing colony. You've got to prioritise upgrades over planting new tiles. And be aggressive. I really want these leaves up here. So once again, immediate overwhelm the mantis. Not so scary now, are you? Now, you're going to start bumping into the enemy colony trying to take what's rightfully yours. So, do the decent thing and smack them in the teeth. You've got numbers now. Go and attack them with your major and media. Drive them away whilst the rest gather. The narrator's going to let you know when they retreat. So once retreated, you've got a little bit of time. Switch your majors and that media group to food gather. Gather as much food as you can. Then keep your eye out on the nest. They're going to send a bigger force of majors and media after a while, and then get out of there. Just don't fight them, gather food elsewhere. Now careful in nest invasions. Here I've been attacked by some road beetles, another irritant trying to slow you down. You can beat them very quickly with what you've got, it's just there to slow you down. If your nest workers are being a bit slow now, dig a little 7 slot just below here, and pop some more workers down in here. Keep up the pace, you should start getting close, if not be overtaking the enemy colony by now. They come near leaves you want. Fight them off as before, slow them down again. Now the enemy colony is invading. Quick, get your majors and a group of media in the nest entrance to defend. Control group 1 and 2s can keep gathering with combat off. Keep the leaves coming in. Have your majors and media fighting together works well, because your media stand under the majors, so you can actually double up on the damage. Now mop up the rest of the leaves, go to the right and gather the side you've saved if needed. Build extra leaf storage. You're so close. Another wave, another load of dead enemies. Keep it up. And eventually, if all goes well and the RNG enemies haven't slowed you down too much, you will have victory. And this screen.
The ants have subdued their rivals and achieved dominion over the clearing. As the competition withers, they will extend their territory in all directions, firmly establishing their agricultural empire. One day this colony will number in the millions.
Now I will say with this guide, it is a guide. The problem that you have is the RNG lots of trapjaws and the mantises and the giant velvet worm will be getting in your way. You can absolutely beat them with the numbers of ants you have. This is the difficulty of this mission. It's an interesting one that requires you to be quite reactive and proactive at the same breath. you also really need to just hammer the media and get the numbers going. You have to play this very aggressively in order to do this mission successfully. If you found out this guide helped, why not give it a like or click the subscribe button? It would help me out a ton if you do so. I have done the other guides as well for the missions prior, and I'll be working my way through all of them. So stay tuned for more. See you in the next one. Peace.